Hey all of you, hope you guys are great. So in the last video we have successfully completed the entire project, but as I told you that we have a couple of bugs in the project which we going to fix in this video. So once you will download the source code, this is the exact folder you will get. So what I did that I simply downloaded the file and we have all of this. So I'm going to provide you the updated code in the final code so you can get it from there. So this is the final code and this is the final testing, this is the starter file, this is the template, so everything's working fine. And now let me start the final code, and that I have fixed all the bugs. So let's do one thing, let's get into the final code, and then we have to go into the client, and then we have to simply start the application. So we'll type npm run dev, and let open this in localhost 3000, come back to the browser, click on this. And now what I will do is I'm going to give you a quick overview about all the feature and the functionality we have in the application, and all the bugs is fixed. So let me give you a quick overview. After that, I'll show you that what are the fix you have to do. I'll show you the code. So let's come here, let's log out because I'm already logged in. Click on lock and reload the browser. You can see I'm logged out of the application and everything is working fine. We have no issues, and here we are fetching the properties. You can click and you can come to the property details page, and you can see here we have the data. It's loading. Just a moment, and here we have the data. All the informations are displaying, and these are the other properties. So what I can do is come back here in the explore section and let's create NFT, create the property. So click on this create, and as I told you that I'm going to provide you two options to list down the image. One, you can upload the image to the IPFS through Pinata, and the other option will provide is pasting the URL. So you can provide any one of these options to your clients, so both will work fine. So what I will do here, first I'm going to upload the image to Pinata, and I'm already fixed in the final code. So once you will get the source code, this is the exact thing you have to do, which I'm doing in this video. So what I will do, click on this, let me select the image which I want to upload. So this is the property which I want to upload. Click on this and select open, and here you will have this button which allow the user to upload the image to the Pinata. So click on upload image, and here it's uploading. Just wait, and finally the image is uploaded, and we got the URL of the image. It's automatically set in the background. And now all we have to do is to provide the title of the property. I'll say sweb by property, and we have to select the category, and we don't need to provide the image URL here because this time we are taking the image data internally, so you can easily remove this particular input field, but I'm going to leave it like it. So it's totally up to you guys whether you want to upload it to IPFS or you guys want to provide the URL. And here I have to select the category, so I'll go with housing, and I'm going to take the description. So I'll come back here in the blockchain coder. I'll simply copy this dummy text, and by the way, all the source code will be provided here and the upcoming project course, so you can come and have a look. Copy, come here and paste here. I have to give the price, so simply give the less price for, I'm going to give this dummy text, and let's click on the preview. Here we have everything's working fine. Our image is also displaying. Come this, click on create, and you can see that creating properties got failed because we are not connected with our wallet, and that's the failed. You can click and you can connect the wallet first, then you can create the property. So let me pass my credential, unlock, and everything's looking fine. We have all the data, you don't need to do anything. All you have to do is to create on the create, and here we have all loaded, and it will open our MetaMask. So click on this confirm, and it's running one more transaction, so simply reject this second transaction and just wait. The transaction is happening, so click on the MetaMask. You can see the transaction complete and the page is redirected, reload, sorry. So what I will do is come back home, and here we are. You can see, click on the housing, and you will be redirect to the housing category, and from here you can easily able to find. So this is the property we have created, Schwab by property. We have the images and pricing, and here you will find all the information about this property you have created just now. Looks pretty good. So just wait, the data is loading, and here we have all the data about the property, and these are the relevant properties. So you can add comment. So let me simply paste the same text and click on add review. You can create the review, so click on confirm, and here you have created the review. So just wait, and it's loading, and here we have created the review. So looks pretty fine, and just a moment, and here we have created the review. Click on this, this is the review we have. This is the interested user. So come here, and click on this. From here you can easily able to update the pricing of the NFT. So let's, sorry, property, I'm saying NFT property. So this time I'm going to set to click on update price and just wait, click on confirm. A little bit time, and here we have updated the price. Now we are fetching the price. Just wait, the price will reflect here, and here we have the price. So things are looking pretty good. We have updated the price, and now you can see, if I come here, if I go to the account number 2, so if I can see here, I'm in account number 2, and now I can buy this particular property because this property was created by account 1, and if I want to buy the property, so I have to go to the account number 2, and that's, I can easily buy it. So you can see I have this option, buy property. But if I go back to account number 1, it will say you cannot buy your own property. So let me switch that and let me show you that we can buy this particular property. Come back to the account 2 and click on this buy property. Here we have the MetaMask, and we can click on confirm. The transaction is happening, just a moment. And once the transaction complete, once you buy the property, it will reload the browser, and here you are the owner of the property, and it says you cannot buy your own property. Now if you come back to the author, here you will find the property. So you can see it's fetching the data, and this is the owner. So this is the property, you just bought it, and here you will find all the property listed to the marketplace. So here we have, and now let me show you the like functionality. You can see this is the comment. I'll click on this and then click on this. It will open up the MetaMask, and here I have to simply confirm it. So this will like the comment. So here the transaction is happening. If you want to speed up the transaction, you can pay extra Metacoin, but I'm not in a hurry, so I'll just keep it like it. So just a moment, and the transaction will go a little faster. And here the transaction completed, and the page will reload, and just wait. Once you will have the data, you can able to see that we have one like. So everything is working fine, everything is working fine. And here we have the data and all this demo data. We have all the properties. We have here, we have all the top sellers, and these are the top collections. You can click on that and you can simply redirect to the collection page, and you can see all the properties are listed under housing collections. You can click on this, you will redirect to here, and you will find all the property details. Every single thing is working absolutely fine. We have no issues in this particular project, and we have to comment on this particular property, and that's all you can find. Hope things are making sense to all of you guys. Now come back to the create. So create, and this is the create page, as I have already showed you. Now what I will do is come here, go back to the about page. About page is also working fine. Click on author, and author page is also working fine. I've already showed you this as well, so let me have a look. And you can see we have this one. You can click on this update, and you will come to the update. So if you want to update the property, you can simply update the image and all the things, address and details are off. Looks pretty fine. I'll bring this down. So I hope the entire thing making sense to all of you guys. So I gave you the quick overview, and you can see that every single thing is working fine. Now let me show you the code, that what are the changes you have to do. So if I open the, come here, these are the final testing which we were working like so far, and we have the bugs in this particular one. So if you come back to the context here in this context file, so we have bug in the contract in the like functions, and we have bug in the buy property. So this is the function we have. This is the called get property review. Let me find that where it is. This one is create one, close this one, and we have this update price function, and this is the buy property function. So we have a bug in this. Actually we have bug in the contract, so that's the one we have fixed in the final code. So what I will do, I'll simply come back to the, so first come back to the web3, then go to the contract, and let's open that one. So this is the updated contract, and in this updated contract I have added extra features. So here you can see that this is the name I've given. This is the entire struct of our property. So in this you will notice one thing, that we have added couple of things. We have added address, reviewer, and string. So these are the things we have included here. So this is the entire struct we have for the property. And if I bring it down here, I have added this one, contract owner. So just imagine that you want to take the smart contract and you want to launch your own real estate startup where you can allow user to list their property. So initially you will allow them to upload couple of free for a certain period, but you also want to make money. So here I have included this particular functionality that whenever someone will list any property in the marketplace, you can charge money for them. You can charge money for that. So that's why we have this hard coded address, and this is my wallet address, because whenever someone will make any transactions, I want to store that fund into the contract so I can withdraw and transfer that fund into this particular wallet address. Okay, and this is the listing price I'm charging. This is the property mapping, the same old, and this is the property index, and we have all of these events. Hope things are making sense to all of you guys. I want you to analyze this entire smart contract, the new one and the old one, and that will give you a broad understanding. And here we have the struct review, and here we have added this extra field, review index, because every single review will have a unique ID. On the base of that, we have to add like, okay, like functionality. So that's the review, and this is the product we have. If I scroll down, this is the entire mappings we have. This is the review counter, and this is the events we have, and this is the modifier I have taken, because there should be certain function in the contract which can only allow to call by the owner, like listing price, address updating. Okay, so we have this check, and then we are passing this method. This is the modifier we have, and this is the listing property. So that's all the data we are taking from the user, and we are returning this data, because once the user creates something, create the property, we have to return something. So we are returning these data, and here you will find we are creating the index, the same logic we are following, and here we are returning this ID, property title, description, image, and the category. So hope things are making sense. That's a simple smart contract. And this is the update property, and that we are taking all of this data from the user and allow them to update. So once they successfully update the data, we have to return these variables. So we are updating the property based on the ID we are finding, then updating, and then we are returning the closest one. This is the update price. So once we are taking this data, then we are returning a string. We are finding the property, then we are checking the ownership, then we are simply updating the price, and at the end we are returning the single message that your price of the property is updated. So that's update price. Here we have the buy property function, and here I have done the changes in the contract. So what I did, I'm taking this two variable from the user, like property ID and the address who's willing to buy, and then we are taking the value, the amount which they have to provide if they want to buy the property. And here we are checking for the price, that the amount is user is providing, and that amount is there in for the property has to be equal, not greater or not less, has to be equal for buying. If it's not, then we have to throw this error message. And then we are finding the property, and after that we are making the transaction. Then we are transferring the ownerships, and we are initializing the event. So this is the buy property function, very important. And here we have get all property. That's a simple one, the same old function here we have. So we are simply looping over it, and then returning the entire property. Close this one. Here we have get property, and in that I have added some extra field like address and strings, because we have to get these data as well, that how many users have liked the property, how many users have created the property and comment, so all of those things. And that's the two extra field we have added. Then we are finding the property, and then we are returning this data, all of this too. Close this one, come up here, close this one, and here we have get user property. So this is the simple function. On the base of the user address, we are simply making a loop and checking a property address, and then we are returning this one. Close this one. This is the add review we have. Add review, we have all of this data we are taking, then we are checking for the rating, then we are simply finding the property, then we are simply pushing the user who's giving the review and the comment into this particular field. So here in this property struct. So once we're done with that, let me find out, let me come here, not come on, where it is, here we are. So we are simply updating and pushing the data, and then we are simply increasing the counter, because then we are getting this review counter, because we have to get that value and we have to increase. So we are simply pushing, and at the end we are increasing this review counter. So initially it will be 1 2 3 4, that's how it will goes, and that's become the unique identity of a review. Close this one, and here we have the get property review. So to get a single property review, that's a very simple function. And here we have the get user review. So that's a simple loop, and at the end we are returning the review. And this is the like review. So we are taking this tree data, and then we are making the changes in the data, and then we are simply returning, and this will give us the most popular product property in our marketplace, and that's what we are returning. And here I have included this two extra function, one for getting the listing price. So this is the function for getting the listing price from the contract. If you are willing to charge extra money for user for listing their property to the marketplace, and that's definitely you're going to do, because that's the one way to make money. Initially you will allow user to create 2 or 3 property for free, and after that you're going to charge. I'll close this one. This is the update price, listing price, so you can simply update, and this can only call by owner. We're taking this and we are simply updating that one. Hope things are making sense. So this is the entire smart contract, updated smart contract for the real estate. Hope things are making sense. We have done a little bit modifications and optimization in terms of security and in terms of making money as well. So these things looks pretty good. And here I have also provided you the old contract which you can easily able to compare. So before you ask any question that why I have done it, make sure to run the code and try to find out the error which you are getting in the old contract, and then compare it with the new one. In that way you will have a better understanding. Looks pretty good. Now come up here, close this one. So that's the entire thing we have here, and here is the hard config file. So this is the same old one. Now I will simply close this one, come back here in the client side, and here I have done a lot of changes. So what I will do, come here in the context, and here we have done a lot of modification. So here I have done a lot of modifications. So make sure when you will get the code, make sure to compare with the final code and with your code to see the optimization I have done. So here you can see this is the new contract and this is the old contract. So what I will do is I'm going to give you the artifacts along with the files and the old contract. So when you will run the application, you will be using the contract which I deployed. So if you want to deploy your own, you have to follow the normal procedure which I have explained n number of time in previous videos. So this is the address of the contract which I'm provided, and we are importing all of these variables, hooks, and looks pretty good. Ether package we have, and here we have these variables. This is the front end part, and this is for create property. In this we have no more problem. So you can see that here I have added this particular variable listing price. So right now you can see that I'm not charging any amount. I'm just allowing user to list their property for free. But if you want to charge money, if you want to make money, if they list the property into the marketplace, then you can charge it that amount. All you have to do is to pass this variable in the value field, and that money will be received in the contract. But I'm not going to do it. I just leave it on you guys. This is the exact logic we have followed in the NFT marketplace. So if you haven't watched that, make sure to watch it. This is the exact logic we have followed. So that looks pretty good. This is the listing price we have, and we can simply pass it and we can make money out of it. Looks pretty good. So this is the create property function. Close this one, and this is the update property. Same thing, we are taking all of the data from the user and we are updating that. And this is the update pricing. So that's a simple one. We are taking the data and updating. And this is the buy property function. So in this we are taking this product ID amount. We are converting that amount, then we are converting that in the variable, and then we are passing that in the contract. Okay, we are calling this method. Looks pretty good. And close this one, and this is the add review. So here I have done a little bit changes in the naming, so you can compare our code with this. And this is the like function. So we are passing this product ID and review index, and we are passing this in the contract. And here we have the get property, the same old logic we have followed here. So we are getting all the properties, and here we are getting the listing price. So if you want to show this in an analytical path, that how much money they have to pay for listing a property after a certain period, you can display this data. So that's why I have exported here. Looks pretty good. Close this one. Here we have the highest rated product. Close this one, and this is the get product review functions, and then we are getting the product and we are formatting the data and we are simply passing it. This is the get property. We are simply getting the ID, then we are passing it, then we are arranging the data in a proper format, and there we have the get property function, then we are simply arranging that one. Looks pretty good. These are the same old things. I have done changes in the method, the way we call the function. So we have two ways to call the contract in ThirdWeb. The one way to use the hook, and the second way to use the like call function on the contract. So that looks pretty good. Here we have the review function also looking good. This is the total functions also looking pretty awesome. So we have no issues in this, and this is the total review function. Looks good. And this is the event. So if you want to fetch the information in the event, you can go with that. And this is the entire data we are passing. So hope the entire thing making sense to all of you guys. If it sounds any complicated, make sure to pause the video and try to look at the code. Click on this. So we are done with that. Hope things are making sense. And if I come back to the pages, because here I have done the changes. So in the last video, what I told you that you can allow user to upload the image, or you can allow user to pass the URL of the image. So I have used Infura. So I'll come back here in the create, and here I have done the configuration in the Pinata. So you can come up here. These are the exact piece of code is there. So this is the function which allow us to upload the data to the property, upload the property in the contract. And here I have used the Pinata. So this is the exact configuration you have to do. Again, you will get this in the final code, and all you have to do is to get your secret key and IP key. So we are turning the state, then we are getting the data, arranging it, and then we are passing this API key and the secret key. So I'm going to provide you this key because in this particular key you can create 500 property. So that's why I'm giving it to you guys, but I would recommend you to use your own, which I have explained you multiple times, that how you can get your Pinata secret key and how you can add that one. I would encourage you to use your own, don't use my, but I'm going to leave it as it is in the final code. Okay, and here we have the image hash generating. Then we are simply passing that image into our form, and then we are simply console log. And this is the function we have created. Actually, we have optimized a bit for displaying the image. Looks pretty good. Things are pretty good. Hope the entire thing making sense to all of you guys. And if I close this one, and looks pretty good. And this is all the files you will have. Every single thing is looking absolutely fine. Okay, so come back here, get one. So this is the blockchain code. Here you will find all the resource code. Come here and simply come to the source section. You can type this recent project, and this is the project. You can simply get the source code and simply compare it out. Here you can type real estate, and you can simply get in this way as well. So hope this entire thing makes sense to all of you guys. So I believe that everything is making sense to all of you guys. Right now you know that how you can utilize this code, what are the modification you have to do in the code to make a call to the Pinata, to make a call to the contract, what are the optimization you have to do. Okay, so we have done almost every single thing which we are left in this project, and we're going to have one more video, and that we're going to deploy this project on a live server on a custom domain, so we can launch it if you are willing to launch this particular project live and start your own startup. With that, let's move to the next video, and that's going to be the last one.